The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated care.
The atmosphere's... Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or I can...
Oh, Paimon!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work.
So you were still withholding?
Even though we lived through all of...
What a whirlwind of a story.
It seems like there'll be more.
Still, now's a good time to make our next...
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant...
So, everyone.
Crush the sages and rescue our god.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more.
The next time we gather here, we must...
Yep, it'll work out. Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please, before attending the meeting,
What do you need?
promise me that you won't commit to...
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early! But
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready?
Very well.
are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Come on, don't give me that...
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions,
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strat... To be honest, your deeds speak for them.
Candace, we stayed behind the...
I'm very glad to hear. I've said the same thing to everyone here today, as I said, only when you're saved can the plan be... You're welcome. Good luck.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them.
Have you finished saying your goodbye?
Yeah. Also,
Yes, she did. Our plan is not I hope this is clear to you.
huh? Shouldn't you be saying?
Didn't we already do that during—
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's— We all have our jobs to do, after all. Of course. But the advantage of not being a mercenary— Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being
I'm not like the rest of them.
this guy.
All intellectual. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It meant you have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all— But the academia has always held a different view. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, the Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think—
But Paimon, at least that's what. Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots.
But if that's the.
Wait, why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have us—
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the video?
To make sure we're still on track, I would like to—
Where are we going?
to an Aramite. They're here.
Huh? What are?
I gave them some—
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for you.
Aren't those devices for canned knowledge
Look here.
Huh? More canned knowledge? Are you going?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but
That's an Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, Traveler, I want you to record— Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Now, please get ready.
you want us to record our
Yes,
Paimon is.
I understand, but because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it—
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan. Everything went without a hitch. Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no—
But what was the point of doing?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be—
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is— Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported you during times of— After all that time, what do you
A fool.
A slave to orders, and that's why rules are so— In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries.
But why would
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting.
things you're interested in are really out there?
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects.
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few—
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for
But it's still the best plan we have.
I did. And
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you...
we agreed to work out a plan at the... Had I known all Hatham...
Look, you already know that we're all on the...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate.
Seems you really do
Traveler, Rahman's plan is to have me...
Wait,
We can't get through that. My plan will clear us...
That also...
doesn't Al-Haytham know how—
Of course he does. He also said I never blindly trust...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control to make the whole thing...
Is there something we can— We can help fight some—
Sino, we have no fear of casualties.
Well, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Since you and I both recognize this...
Okay, you have a deal.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation.
Ah, of course, of course. But who exactly are you?
They're a squad of air might.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar.
Then I suggest that you report...
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little even if that guard doesn't know?
We discussed this.
The caravan rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry. The guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped out.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha...
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must Actually, considering the power of the...
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the... But things like that never happened again after we met up.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha...
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, haven't you ever thought about it? Just how...
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of...
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can...
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the action. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly... Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thought, decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you. But now, our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves. The Akasha lacks data, so...
Makes sense.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever
Whew. Paimon's so glad.
Next time, pay it.
Will do.
Just remember to stick...
Ah! Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be...
Beep! Con.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun.
Have you made a decision regarding...
It seems to be a dire situation, so...
There's no need for flattery. Take your most elite platoon and follow me.
Understood. Hurry, bring them...
In 2 days, we will... Any questions about...
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now, get ready. We will move...